Hey everyone, and welcome back to Let's Talk About It. Today I'm excited because we have Jenn Lloyd joining us, and in a minute she's going to tell you a little bit more about who she is. But I wanted to bring her on because to me, I've been able to watch her on social media. We both are part of a program together, and I just love her personality. I love her commitment to her faith and her family and to her business. And I'm one of those kind of people, as you guys know, that I love being around women that are very true to who they are. And I wanted her to come on here because I've seen her faithfully post some really great videos, great content. She has an amazing business. And I wanted her to share a little bit more about her business, but also about how she grew it and how she has built it. So welcome, Jenn, to Let's Talk About It.
Thank you so much for having me.
Of course, of course. So let's start. Tell us a little bit about Jenn. Who is Jenn?
I am a wife and a mama of 3 little girls that I love to call my priority. And I love all things girly. I am a big girly girl. I love empowering other women as well along their journeys. And then also my little girls too.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your business.
So my business is Lobe Love, like earlobe.
Yeah.
So it is a statement earring and accessory company. We focus on all things statement accessories. So if you're looking for like that small dainty earring, we are not your people. We are here to make a statement and own who we are.
Yeah, I love it because you have some beautiful jewelry on there. I even saw the other day you had like the Boss Babe, is Boss Babe new line?
Collection, yes.
Okay, yes. So tell us, how did you get into statement earrings as a business?
So I kept getting asked over and over, where did you get your earrings? Where did you get your earrings? Or I would constantly get complimented on my earrings. And they're always just like fun. I find them in different places. And so I went on a camping trip with 7 other female entrepreneurs. And at that time, I had I am a former personal wardrobe stylist. I say that now because I've had to let it go because I've become so busy with Lobe Love.
Nice.
And so I was focusing on that business and wanted to start a clothing boutique. And so I went on that road trip and I was styling everybody. They were all borrowing my earrings, even though we were camping. It was more like
glamping.
Yes, but we were driving an RV, down the coast of California. And finally, at the end, one of my close friends who went on the trip with me, she's like, can you just start an earring company? Like, that's what you're known for. That is what you do best. Like, can you just forget about the clothes? We can find clothes anywhere. I have a hard time earrings. And so that is what sparked the idea of Lobe Love. I'm like, you know what? There's not a big statement earring brand out there.
No, there's not. So how have you created a name for yourself in this market?
I feel like we've created a name in this market by resonating with real women, and talking truthfully about loving ourselves, embracing ourselves, accepting ourselves, and then how to flood that down to the generations below us.
Right. So let me ask you this: as building a business, you went from being a stylist to, really owning this whole statement earring brand. What are some of the challenges that did you face in building?
So some of the challenges that I faced is I know how to run a personal styling business, and I started to learn how to run a boutique business. And in my past life, I also built websites. I feel like my friends done of all trades instead of like a jack. It's because I'm the type of girl that's like, I'm going to figure it out. Like, I don't know how to, let's figure it out. And so I know a lot about a little bit of things, or a little bit about a lot, however that saying goes. And so for my struggle was learning the e-com website side of the whole, having that was a major issue for us tech wise. And then we started out as a subscription company. And I think that in a way hindered us a little bit too, because not a lot of people want to have 16 earrings a year, like they just buy it, or they want ones that match their outfit. They're buying for events and they couldn't do that. So therefore we had to pivot and open a shop to go along with it. Well,
Oh, no, I didn't know that. So, okay, so that's an interesting thing because I think many business owners sometimes stick with one particular business model and they stay with it and they kind of run that even if it's not working 100% like they had hoped. So, walk me through a little bit more about the thinking behind how you made that change because I know from what I understand you were very successful with the subscription side of it too. So, changing
yeah,
that model could be interesting.
yeah, it was actually fun. It opened up
Mhm.
the doors to get Lobe Love in a lot more hands.
Ah, okay.
And so we decided to do that because we kept getting asked. Like people kept sliding into my DMs on Instagram, like, I just want to buy this one pair from that collection. Can I just
Yeah.
do that? Like, or and so we had that all the time with every collection we put out. People were asking to be able to buy, two of the earrings or
Mhm.
something along those lines. And so we're like, okay, why not
Yeah.
just have a shop as well as subscription?
Right.
So that's kind of how that came about for the
Okay.
shop. And it's been very successful. And we're enjoying doing that as well.
Yeah. So, what are some of the things that you're doing to make it successful?
Well, we just moved platforms. So we
Okay.
were doing a different type of website and we moved over to Shopify. And so I'm
Hmm.
very excited about that because
Yeah.
it's so user friendly for the
Hmm.
customer experience as well as my side. Um,
Hmm.
So it's one of the things we're doing. And then we're just getting it into more women's hands and like
Okay.
having them wear the earrings. So that's what
Hmm.
makes be more successful.
Now you're really creative marketing wise, the videos and all of that. So walk me through how did you find what worked for you in marketing? And the reason why, let me preface this, the reason why I'm asking that question is because I know so many women in business, we hear do this, and this, but not everything works for everybody. And so I would love to hear a little bit more of your thoughts about what works for you and how did you learn how to make that work for you?
So I had to throw all that out the window.
Yeah.
I feel like they're trying to put us all in a box, and that doesn't work for every brand or
Nope.
business owner. And so I learned that last year. I was like
Hmm.
trying to do the tactics that other people were doing and they're not
Yeah.
working. And I'm like, okay,
Hmm.
well, what am I good at? I'm
Yeah.
very good on camera. I've done
Hmm.
live TV like multiple
Yeah.
years. I'm very good off the cuff. So I
Hmm.
needed to take my true talents and what like God has gifted me with and utilize
Hmm.
that
Yeah.
rely on other people's thoughts and ideas and lean
Hmm.
into my own, strength.
Yes.
And so I started doing that and doing when Instagram started doing their reels and stuff and
Yeah.
have all the fun audios. I'm like, oh, well, it's really not that hard. I just have to wear a pair of earrings and say something cute or catchy or
Yeah.
empowering. And so I've kind of gone down that way for our marketing. And that's my
Hmm.
marketing and public relations is what I went to school for, although it's changed
Oh, okay. Okay.
later, but
Yeah.
trying new things and seeing what works. I think it was what's worked for me.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. So even with the marketing and everything that you're doing, what have you learned about yourself as a businesswoman?
So one thing that I've learned about myself as a businesswoman is
Mhm.
I used to doubt myself a lot or like
Mhm.
try to look for other people's like formulas or recipes on
Mhm.
how to be successful.
Yeah.
And so what I've learned as myself is that God has already made me capable. And what
Mhm.
I'm not capable of right now, like I already know He's laying the groundwork for me in the future to
Yeah.
become capable in that
Yeah.
because with Him, everything is possible. So
Mhm.
I feel like what I've really learned is just to step in and own like what and who He has created me to be and
Mhm.
trust myself more than other people's formulas or ideas or
Yeah.
tactics for business successful. Because if I'm
Mhm.
not doing Him, it's never going to be successful. So
Right. Well, that's interesting. So how do you balance all of what you're building with being a mom? Because I know you have three littles. So how do
yes,
you balance that?
it is so hard. It is hard, as you know,
Yes.
is that I do have a very supportive spouse.
Mhm.
And so he helps and he takes the girls to school some mornings for me so I could do things like this.
Yeah.
And so having him help and then really learning to shut it off when I am with them.
Mhm.
So that way when they get home from school, I'm plugged into them. And then when they go to bed, because we're still in the building phase too,
Right.
um, to scale up our work after they go to bed as well.
Okay.
So it's really about utilizing my time in a more efficient manner.
Yeah. I was going to ask you that. Yeah. Like, how do you manage your time with building? Because I know that's one of the things that we get faithfully asked as we're women, we get wives, moms, and all the different roles that we play, and how you balance it all, and how do you make time for yourself? So let me ask you this: in everything that you're building and everything that you're doing, what is one of the most important things that you would tell someone that when you're trying to scale to a different place, what should you do? And now this is not an in the box kind of question, but just some of the things that you've done to step forward into a new way.
For me, I feel like advice I would love to hear is ask for help. Like, I don't know what I'm doing,
Yeah.
not necessarily all the time, but I know that there's people that do know what they're doing. And so ask people that have gone before me for help, and also be willing to pay for their advice or time or any of that,
Yeah.
just so that they know that you're being serious about this and you're not wanting to come and pick their brain, because like me, they don't have a lot of time.
Right.
So I've learned to strategically ask for help along the way from people that have gone before me, and then also ask for help for people that stand beside me, like my husband, or figuring out after school childcare if I have a work meeting, like ways that the family can still be taken care of, that I don't feel guilty for doing it, and they're still feeling, provided for and loved.
Right.
So just asking for help all the way around is that I would give for that.
I love that you said that, because I just actually did a video ironically this morning about that, about asking, and how sometimes we feel like we can't ask, but we should, especially, but I like more specifically when you said strategically, you know the questions to ask, you know who to ask, and to invest, because I'm sure you've had it before too. Many people come and ask you questions, but they don't want to invest in your time, but they want you to give them all that you have learned and gained. And, and you and I both know that our journey, it comes with a cost, not necessarily financially, but just for time and tears and happiness and all the different things that come along with it. It's a cost, So I'm glad you said that about asking, because I think many people shy away from that, but it's so key to make sure that you ask the right questions and you ask people that you admire in what they're doing. So
yes. Yeah. And if you don't ask, you'll never hear yes either.
Exactly. That is very true. So I know you have a team as well, right?
No.
You're doing it by yourself?
Me and my husband do it. Yep. We are.
I did not know that. Okay, well, now I learned something new, because I see all your pictures and everything, so I always assume you have a team. Okay, that opens up a whole other.
Girlfriends, they volunteer for a photo shoot every 3 months, and I pay for a photographer, and we like have a little pre-planning session out to coffee or breakfast, and we plan outfits to go along with the earrings, and then we all show up one morning ready to go.
You know what I love about that? Okay, I'm sure everyone would love probably to have like massive teams, but that you're building such a thriving business, and it's you and your husband doing it together. You have friends and you have a supportive community. And what that tells me even more than anything is that so many times people can make excuses for not doing something because they feel like they don't have the help or the resources, everything around them, but you're making it work regardless. And again, you got 3 littles,
Back to asking for help. Like,
yeah,
my friends were so honored that I asked them to be in the photo shoot.
Yeah.
And one friend in particular was like really good at fashion. So I'm like, okay, I can take that off my plate. And she's loving doing that. And it's giving her purpose and helping with the company. And so ask for the help. And they all love it. And they get these beautiful photos of themselves because I share them that they maybe would have never gotten. That's kind of like part of their legacy, that their little kids have these gorgeous photos of their moms.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that is like, that opened up something totally different. I was like, oh my gosh, because I love that, because I mean, that's how I started to, just before I got a couple team members. It was really me, my hubby, and we just couldn't build it, and it was not easy. And you have to make time for yourselves and do all this kind of stuff. So I love that. I love that. Let me ask you this. So I know we didn't talk a little bit about the subscription. If someone's interested in subscribing, what is that process and what does that entail with Lobe Love?
So for the subscribing, I think we're actually going to be taking a break from our subscriptions. I know. Yeah, we haven't really announced that yet, but we are going to let our subscribers know, and the people that have already subscribed for the year, we'll finish that out. But we really want to focus on getting Lobe Love earrings on women to help them feel strong and capable. And it's like their superhero cape that they can put on
Yeah.
day. Like I love it when my daughters put on their superhero cape and they fly around like so strong and brave. And that's what earrings for me. So instead of that, so we are focusing more on the shop instead of going that route instead of the subscription. And then we are expanding that and doing other statement accessories like headbands and clutches. We're going to expand that line. And then we're thinking about bringing the subscription back. And instead of things, we would have, a statement accessory pack for each. So that way, because we have, people do love the earring subscription but they're asking for more things in the subscription. And in order to do that, trial and error, figure out what it works for our business, what would work in that type of subscription, and then bring it back differently.
Okay, that's what you're doing is such a powerful lesson. It really is, because so often, like I mentioned earlier, we pivoting can be very challenging, but the thing is that you're also taking time to see what really works for your audience and works for you. And I think that to me is, if anyone gets anything from this, I hope they get that the most, that you have to make the best decisions for your business, and you have to make smart decisions, because you could still keep running one thing while you're testing something else, and it could just be an interesting situation, where you're taking time to kind of test what works and what doesn't work before you relaunch again, possibly.
And if it's right for our business at that time, then we will definitely be bringing it back.
Wow. Okay.
Right now we're going to focus on just statement accessories and statement earrings that you can buy. And we will be having like bundles on the website as well. Go together, so you can still get that Lobe Love experience. It just won't be through a subscription model.
Okay.
For now.
So tell us about some of your collections so they know about them.
Yes. So we have the Boss Babe collection, and that is new. And we curated that collection to be able to be worn all throughout the year, no matter what season it is. So it's very neutral based.
I loved it.
Yeah. And then we did for ladies with darker hair, like because like it's gonna get lost. Like unless we have our hair up, right?
Right.
We have to wear our hair a certain way in order to wear darker earrings. And so then we also created a collection for lighter hair as well. So that way they can pop and stand out, whether you're going in person to a meeting or still doing your meetings virtually, kind of like you and I are now.
Right.
Still have we can still express ourselves through our statements. And so, so we have that collection. And then right now we are, the whole shop is filled with beautiful spring colors and spring trends. Those spring trends will roll over into summer. And then we'll soon be launching our 4th of July collection, because that's my favorite holiday.
Really?
So, I love 4th of July. I mean, I love all the traditional holidays.
Yeah, of course. 4th
of July is like, there's no expectations. I'm not out buying gifts for any little people or anybody else. I can just show up, throw on some music, plan a meal, and have fun time with friends. And there's no obligations for me other than food. And it's just a way to celebrate just our freedoms and our country. And so we're going to have a this year, which I'm so excited about. And it'll launch before Memorial Day. So that way you can wear it for Memorial Day and 4th of July.
Nice.
That's what we have going on right now.
Awesome. So how can we support you with what you're doing?
Oh, definitely buy Lobe Love earrings and share them on social media. If you don't wear them yourself, like look at us as a gift. If you don't mind, just that is the way to support us. And just also, you're going to support us by encouraging other women, because Lobe Love is founded on supporting other women, encouraging other women, giving that compliment. Like don't if you see something, say something. Oh my goodness, you look beautiful today. Like, I love that teal color on you. Say those things. So if you can't support us monetarily, please just support our mission of encouraging, supporting other women, and then building up the next generation below us.
I love that. I do love that. Okay, I will purchase a Lobe Love earring. It's funny because every time I see them, my first thought is my face is so full. I'm sure women do all this, and we're like, because I wear statement necklaces a lot. Probably too much. I mean, yeah. I love big chunky necklaces. And so I kept thinking for earrings, I kept saying my face feels so full. Like you always have you have a very thin face. So I'll keep thinking the earrings look great on you. So that's probably a good question to ask. If there is someone of fullerness, will they still work the same? Or is there a different type of line that people can go on and see what will work best for them?
I believe they'll still work the same because
Okay.
we customers, all shapes, all sizes, all seasons of life.
Okay, good.
So when they post and share, like no matter their shape or if they're tall, any of that, they look beautiful. Like, and the earring is mostly meant to just remind you about how wild capable you are. Like our mission and our motto is like, we're more than an accessory, we're styles that speak louder than words. And so, yeah, to remind yourself how wildly capable you are. And that's what sets us apart as women. Like we are willing to make a statement, whether it's with our earrings or for you with your statement necklaces. I never got into statement necklaces because I had kids back to back and they were always at me. Like I used to love to wear them. But so for some reason, they know it was easier for me to like teach them not to touch my ears.
Yeah.
For them to pull on my neck.
It was in their face dangly. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah. But that is, I forgot where I was going with that.
Well, basically they could be where anyone can wear.
Oh yeah. Yes. Anyone can. And then that's the other thing I love about earrings and jewelry is they always fit. I don't have to think about like if I get pregnant, is my shoe gonna grow? Because that happened with my last. So many cute shoes. I'm like, why couldn't I have with the first? I could have saved 5
right.
Shoes. But yeah, they always fit no matter what, and they always make you feel good.
Yeah, that is very true. That is very true. Okay, I love that. So how can we find you?
So you can find us at lobelove.com, and then on any social media, we are at Lobe Love Co. C-O.
And we're going to include all the information when we upload this so that it'll all be on there. But I thank you so much for sharing a little bit more about what Lobe Love is. I learned a few things. I'm glad that you were on here so we can learn more that you have the shop. That's where they can find you. Subscription is pausing for now. So if you guys want the earrings, definitely go to your website. We'll put all the information on there. So I appreciate
us on social media too.
Yes.
And you can see what Kim is talking about with my fun marketing and reels and
You are great at that. Now that's something I still am a work in progress with. So, but I love your reels though.
I think you just have to start to do it.
Yeah.
And then become consistent at it. So I plan one day a week or one day every other week. And I will have outfit changes and I will do like 12 of them. And then I just can post them as I go.
Yeah.
So just getting that consistency. And then also I feel like when I get in the groove, I can bust them out and it's fun. And so I learned to enjoy it. And I didn't really think I was going to like this so much, but I had to push past fear and go for it instead. I was like, I can either live in fear or I can live in faith. And I'm going to choose faith no matter what. I'll put on the armor of God every day and go.
Yeah. And you do that well. So I love that. Was there anything else you want to share before we close out?
No, just follow us on social media. Check out lobelove.com, and we're excited to have you and see you. Come on over and share the earrings. If you do buy some, tag us so we can see that and celebrate.
We will definitely do that. Thank you so much, Jenn, for joining us today.
Yes, thank you so much, Kim.
All right, take care.
You too.